My name is Carly Walker, and I will be interviewing Emma.
Hi.
So, Emma, what is your name?
My name is Emma.
Where were you born, and how did you come to live in Arezzo?
I was born in a small town in Liguria called Sarzana. My mom was from Sarzana. My dad was from Siena. And I came in Arezzo when I was studying secondary high school. And then I came back when I got married.
That's wonderful. Where did you go between there?
I was in Florence for university, and I was in Rome, and then I came back to Arezzo.
Oh, perfect. Where do you work in Arezzo?
No, I don't work in Arezzo. I work in a town called Sinalunga, which is 40 kilometers from Arezzo, in the area of Siena.
Oh, wow. And what do you do there?
We have a family business, and I'm working with my father in our family business.
That's wonderful. What are your hobbies? What do you and your family like to do when you're not working?
When I'm not working, I like reading, going to cinemas, just a few times in the last 2 years, actually, but these are my favorite things to do, and I like traveling when I have time with my family, and that's it.
Where's your favorite place that you've been with your family?
Favorite place with my family, Miami. I like Miami and Disney World in Orlando.
Yes, Disney World. I bet Allegra, you liked Disney World too, didn't you? Come here.
For my honeymoon, Australia, which was very nice.
Australia, I hear, is beautiful. And how did you come to learn English? Hi, Allegra. Say hi. You can say hi. No.
In my family, when I was about the age of my daughter, 7 years old, I had an English Australian nanny. She lived with us for a lot of years, so
Wow.
That's how I learned English, and then that's it.
Wonderful. So, did your parents specifically have an English-speaking nanny so that you could learn English?
Living with us, yes.
That's wonderful.
It was not very usual, but yes, she lived with us for a lot of years.
Wow. And since you want your daughter to learn English, and that's how I've come to know you, what do you think that learning another language, why do you think learning another language is so important?
Okay, first of all, English is the most popular language in the world, so it's important not just for her when she will be grown up and she will be working, but because it's knowing another culture. I think knowing a language is knowing another culture, and having the possibility to get in contact with other people, not just English people, because it's the most spoken language in the world, so you are able to speak with everybody if you learn English. So that's why. And of course other languages would be nice to be learned, but we have to start with
you have to
one.
Start somewhere.
So with English first language.
That's wonderful. Allegra, you are doing very well in your lessons, by the way. And if you could learn any new language that you don't already know, which one would it be?
I don't know really. Maybe Spanish. I know just a little Spanish. I would like to learn Spanish because I like Spanish culture. It's very close to Italian one. For business reasons, I should learn Russian. But
I've heard Russian is a very hard language to learn.
It's very hard, so I don't know if I'm going to start. And French. Yes, I should also study French, but I don't really like.
You don't like French? Do you just like the language or the people?
The people.
I've heard that from many Italians.
Anyway, Spanish. Let's say I would like to
learn Spanish. My best friend knows Spanish, and it's a very beautiful language. It is very similar. The culture and the language are very similar to Italian. All right, and the last question. In your opinion, what is the most important piece of advice you would give to an American student studying abroad in Italy?
Studying abroad in Italy, trying to make friends with Italians, because it's the best way to learn a language, having a friend. And I remember when I studied English, when I was a little girl, I had a lot of pen friends, because at that time pen friends were it was a way of knowing other people, and that's another way of studying. I mean, if you don't have the possibility to be in Italy and to have a friend in Italy, but you can have a pen friend.
Yes.
So it was nice also. I remember we were waiting always for the letters. When we received the letter, we were very curious to read what was going on. So it was nice having the idea of a friend somewhere in the world. No? You know,
my grandfather learned Spanish that way. He had a pen pal in 3rd grade who he is actually still friends with, and he's far into his 80s, but Nanina has been a big part of his life. So they were pen pals, and he learned Spanish and she learned English through their letters.
That's nice.
That's a really, it's cool that you say that.
I remember I had one in Germany, one in England, one in Australia, another one in US. All over the world I had friends. Allegra, fa confusione, basta che.
Well, Allegra, what would you give any advice to a American student studying abroad?
That's a question for Allegra.
Okay, what would you give advice to an American student who wants to teach a little girl like yourself English? What am I doing right or wrong?
Rispondi.
No.
Okay, better question. Are you learning English? No?
Come no? Sì.
You don't think you're learning English? I think you've gotten better. Well, thank you, Emma and Allegra, very, very much.
It was a pleasure.
Do you have any other thoughts you'd like to add before we sign off?
No, I think I mean, American students, and this maybe is also for university, for your university, they should try to improve more the context with Italians, with because how can you learn a language if you don't have the
if you don't have someone helping? Agreed. Allegra.
So even this thing of trying to have somebody for Allegra for learning English, it's something that helps you also to.
It helps me learn. I've learned from Allegra.
The life of an Italian family, and so I think this is a good start. Allegra, ti fanno male queste.
Well, thank you both so very much.
Sorry.
It's okay. Allegra, do you want to say bye?